Hey yo, I'm Colby from Sanitarian Productions. We're back again with another action figure review. In this episode, we're doing a Build-A-Figure. Yeah! This is going to be the Marvel Legends series Sugar Man. So this is technically going to be the Age of Apocalypse wave from the X-Men series. Very cool series from the comics if you have not read that. You don't need to for this video, that's for sure. But Sugar Man is one of the characters that came out of that series, and it is very awesome to get a new updated version of that figure. We did get a release from Toy Biz way back in the day in the mid-90s, 95, 98. I don't even remember when the devil that came out. But it was a cool figure, and I'm really excited to actually finally be able to get the Marvel Legends equivalent of Sugar Man in here. So, what I have here is the whole stack of the X-Men figures in this wave, as you can see in front of you. Each figure comes with a piece of the Build-A-Figure, hence Build-A-Figure. You collect all the figures from the wave, you collect the pieces in the figures, you put the figure together, and you've got that awesome bonus Build-A-Figure figure. And I've said figure a lot. So let's figure out what we got to do for this set. So, yeah. On the back of all these, we do have a nice little a thing here that tells us, which figures are needed to build a figure. This is Sugar Man. Here's a picture of him in his his built form. We're going to have to put that together. So there are 7 figures in this particular wave that you're going to have to collect, and we have them all right here in front of us. So what I'll do is I will get a separate video of each of these individual figures. You can check that out. They should be in our previous videos by the time you get to see this figure. The Build-A-Figure will be the last of this series. For the Age of Apocalypse set. And then we're actually going to go to do the actual Apocalypse figure from Age of Apocalypse, but that's a whole nother story. But anyways, we're going to do individual unboxings of each of these figures, and yeah, so check those out if you haven't seen them already. But let's go through what you need in the set here to complete this cool Sugar Man figure. So the first figure you're going to need is going to be Jean Grey, and I don't know if there's an easy way to do this. So Jean Grey is the first figure you're going to need, so we'll do that one first. But it comes with, it looks like the head and torso for Sugar Man, so that's very cool looking. I'm really excited to get to that figure. So Jean Grey. I guess technically the second figure in the wave is going to be X-Man. Very cool looking. Those have 2 of his arms. Then we are going to go to Sunfire. Very cool. Also 2 arms there. Then we do have Marvel's Wild Child. They do that simply because of copyright stuff. They couldn't copyright just Wild Child, or maybe not copyright it, but packaging wise, I don't know, it gets weird, but Wild Child from the series. We also have Weapon X. Very cool, if I can keep the glare off of that. Very cool Wolverine. We have Morph, or in this case, Marvel's Morph, who was in the cartoon series, if you saw that, but this is a slightly different version of Morph, so very cool. And then the last figure in the set is going to be Marvel's Dark Beast. Very, very cool looking here. I like this guy a lot. So, yeah, so that's all the figures. Most of the time we end up with 6 figures in the set. But for this particular one, you actually do need all 7 figures. A lot of the previous Marvel Legends series have done 6 Build-A-Figure pieces and then 1 that's not got a Build-A-Figure. Go figure, don't know why, but yeah, that's enough of me yammering. We're going to snap our fingers, and we'll come back with all the parts and pieces here from the individual packages, and then we'll get busy and start actually building Sugar Man. So, check us out in just a snap of a finger. Something like that. And that probably doesn't work. I don't know. My finger snapping ain't working today. So, we'll do a different cut here. But, come back in just a second and we'll be back. Snap. Yeah, I'm still not got the hang of that snap thing. We're back. Well, we got all the pieces here. All of our Sugar Man Build-A-Figure pieces. Yeah. So we have 7 figures that we just opened and collected all the bits and bobs out of those figures. And we have them all here ready to put Sugar Man together. So, where do we want to start here? There's not really any actual directions on this thing, so we're just going to grab some things and start doing stuff and put this figure together here. Yeah, I'm excited. So these are all the little things that came from everywhere, so very cool looking. We're going to grab the main body here. I was going to look to see if the belt had like a thingy on it that lets you like take it off, and I don't think it does. So so we're just gonna slap it off that way. So piece 1, piece 2 is the back. We're gonna line these so it's got peg holes on the back side of this, pegs on this side. We're going to line these up like so and then just snap it together. And that didn't really snap too satisfyingly, but it looks like it's in place. So I'm going to stick this back on there now. His belt. That looks okay. Then it goes above that shoulder joint and above that shoulder joint. Then we're going to grab legs. Whoops. So this one, looking at the foot here at the bottom, that is left. So that should be here. So there's a peg here and a peg hole here. So we're just going to snap that together. Maybe. Twist and snap. There we go. That popped in. The next leg is the right leg. And I'm just looking at the bottom of the foot to find out the shape of it. Another peg hole and a peg here. Just line those up and kind of twist and push at the same time. That didn't sound good, but I think that worked. I don't think anything broke. But it went into place, so I guess that's right. Yeah, it didn't sound good, but okay. Moving on, let's grab arms. So, if I remember correctly, the pointy finger is the one that goes on the top. So we're going to go this ring hand on the bottom, and it just snaps in place there. So that is cool. This other closed fist should be the bottom, and I guess it doesn't matter. You can mix and match these however you want, to be honest with you. Peg hole on this side, peg on this side, and snap it in place. Alright, that looks good. Then we grab the other arm, it does the same way. Peg hole, peg, and then snap it in place. And peg and peg hole and snap. And these don't make that satisfying snap, which is odd. But I guess that's kind of so that you can mix and match them, put them whichever one top and bottom you want. Then we have the head here. So the head, face, whatever you want to look at it, has 3 pegs and this raised little bumpy thing. And then we've got 3 peg holes and that raised bumpy thing. So we're just going to line that up as best we can and probably pull the vest straps out just a shade. And then press in on it. Make sure I've got it lined. Oh, yeah, well. And there we go. Snapped in place. That's really awesome looking. And then his weapon here. Looks like it only fits in basically one hand, but I guess it could fit in 2 hands. You can put it in this hand if you wanted to, but we'll put it in this hand. There we go. So there we go. There is Sugar Man. That is a really awesome looking figure. It's a crazy looking figure, but really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Definitely kind of got that 90s vibe going on with it. So that actually came together fairly easily. Let's take a look now, and I guess, how do we do this? So if this was a normal figure, we would look at the accessories first. So let's do that. His only accessory here really is his big hammer. So we do have this cool hammer. It's got his name on it. It says Sugar. Got some nice detail on the actual grip there. The metal, the actual hammer part, is made out of some weird kind of marble plastic. And it does this weird shimmering effect in the light, which I don't know if y'all can see that on camera or not. But it's got a cool effect going on there. So I like that a lot. Nice weight to it. It is not Thor's hammer, just so you know, but very cool looking mallet. Next up, we actually have the figure itself. So a very awesome looking figure. Great detail here. Great sculpting all the way around. Got some amazing detail there in like his hair, his bushy eyebrows. The paint apps on the eyes, I don't know. I think that's maybe throwing me off a little bit here. So again, I don't know if you can see this on screen or not, but there's like a dark purplish paint apps on around his eyes, and then his actual eyes themselves are a dark orange, or maybe a bright orange, depending on how you look at it. But so the contrast there is a little weird for me. In person, it looks okay. I don't know if it looks okay on screen or not, but it looks alright there. His tongue is pretty crazy there. Got some cool jagged teeth here. Crazy boils popping up on his skin. Very nice looking straps with nice little buckle details. Some of these are painted, some of them are not, but you can see all the little hole things and little attachment points. Got some cool buttons there. More straps. He's got little horns coming out there. Some awesome detail on his arms there. Again, more like little warts and things, and then veins popping out everywhere. He's got these cool rings on his hand and these cool bracelet things with cool buckles on them as well. Yeah, it's just pretty awesome looking, to be honest with you, and really, really liking this thing. The back has some extra paints going on there. You know what I'm just noticing is that he very much looks like a mutated version of Duke Nukem. And I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he looks like Duke Nukem. That's silly. But moving on, so as far as articulation goes, the head does not move at all. It's only facing forward, but that's his main body as well. The arms have a standard ball and swivel at the, let's say, the first shoulder joint. You do have to be careful going down because you'll catch on his other shoulder joint. We have a standard swivel at the top of the bicep. We do actually have a double elbow joint on all of those. We have a standard swivel and rocker at the wrists on all of these. All of the arms are the same articulation there, but as far as this one goes, so we do that, it's fine. Twist that one around, it will actually go to about right there before it hits the other arm. And then back about that far before it hits the other arm, so not too bad actually. It actually works pretty well for the most part on all of this stuff, so you can get some really nice posing going on with his extra arms. Yeah, and then the hands are swappable. You can pop those joints out, or you can just swap the entire arm if you want to. If you want the pointy hand down here, I guess you can't do left and right there, so, but top and bottom can be alternated pretty easily. He has a twist at the waist, and then he has the standard plastic T-hooks at the hip joints. They don't move a lot. They do go out about that far, so that's about as wide of a stance as he's got. He goes forward about that much, and then back about that much, and then you can probably twist it around to get it to go a little bit more. We do have the swivel at the top of the thigh. We do have a swivel and rocker there at the knee joint, so that is cool. That's very similar to the way they've done the Masters of the Universe Classics knee joints. So if you've seen those, this is kind of the same thing. This one's got the ratchet effect going on there, so that is pretty nice there. So you don't have to worry about it being loose or anything like that. I think it'll be fine there. Then we have a swivel and a rocker there at the foot joint, ankle joint. So will he stand up on his own is the next question I have. I don't know. Let's see if we can get this thing moving around. I think you're going to have to play with it a little bit to get it to find a stable point. But that actually works okay. So yeah, he's standing fine at this point. So yeah, you may have to fiddle with it a little bit to get it to go in the right spot, but it looks great. It's a great looking figure. We'll throw his hammer back in his hand. How's that? Let's see size comparison. We have, I guess, standard looking figure is the X-Men figure, Nate Gray. So you can see he's a standard, 6-inch figure, and this is him beside Sugar Man. So yeah, about the same height. Maybe he is a little taller than the standard figure, but he definitely has a lot more width and a lot more arm reach. Not only because he's got 4 arms, but because they are large forearms. I'm going to shut up about that. That's okay. So we had Dark Beast before. We'll put him here as well, so you can get that size comparison. And then, for the sake of argument, we've got the female Jean Grey figure here, who will just sit right there. So she is about the same height as X-Man, and you can see all of those kind of in a row there. So that's all of those figures there. So yeah, Sugar Man is really an awesome looking figure. For a Build-A-Figure, I like the design, so I am really happy with that part of it. I don't know if he's quite as impressive as like the Juggernaut was for a Build-A-Figure, but I'm not really upset with this. It works really well. It's a crazy figure. It's a great figure for like Halloween kind of stuff. It's just cool looking. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I need to find that stupid Juggernaut figure and put these side by side. But it's an impressive figure. Again, size comparison wise, it definitely kind of stacks up as a formidable threat and a very large looking figure compared to the standard X-Men figures. Where's that Wolverine figure at? There's the shorty Wolverine there. So you can see quite a bit of size difference in those two. But yeah, it's still a cool figure. I like Sugar Man. So this is really awesome. I'm really happy to have this figure in the collection. Yeah, you do have to get, well, so you are supposed to get all 7 figures to be able to do this, but you can get by with just getting 6 figures. The Dark Beast comes with the hammer here, and I think the hammer is probably not really needed. I will say there is a little hook. There's a hook on the, or a loop thing here on the side of his what is that thing? His belt that I think this is supposed to slide into. Let's see if that actually works. If I can get this to go in here, it will. So yeah, okay, perfect. So you can actually hook that on there, and so he can carry his weapon besides just in his hand. So I like that. That I didn't actually pick up on that before, but that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, sorry, what I was saying is that you, if you don't want the hammer, you don't have to pick up Dark Beast, and you can still build the actual figure itself. So it's kind of up to you how you want to go about that. But it's a cool figure, and his little hammer is pretty awesome. So I would go ahead and pick up Dark Beast because it's one of the better figures in the wave anyhow. So you probably want it, and then you'll have the hammer also. But yeah, 7 figures to build Sugar Man here. So yeah, there it is. That's all the time we have for today, so thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, thanks for sticking with us till the end if you have. If you haven't, then you won't hear me say thank you, so I don't know. Thank you anyways. But yeah, leave me some comments, let me know. I'm curious to see what you think of Sugar Man as a Build-A-Figure. From a character perspective, what are your thoughts about him? But in general, as a Build-A-Figure, do you think this is a good one to include? Would you like to see more like this one? You know, what are your thoughts about Sugar Man as a Build-A-Figure, Sugar Man as a character, Sugar Man as an actual figure? Leave those comments down below and let me know what you think. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for more awesome videos coming down the pipeline. I think we've got still the actual Apocalypse figure from the Age of Apocalypse. That'll be coming probably pretty soon. So stay tuned for that one. But yeah, if you have anything you'd like to see in future episodes, let me know that as well. I'll see what I can do to get it out in front of y'all. And until next time,